I'm here in Ketley with Lewis Cox, the Shrewsbury Town reporter, who's reacting to the news, the worst kept secret really in Shropshire football that Dave Edwards has returned to Shrewsbury Town.
What a day.
It's been a great reaction.
Oh, massive day. It feels somehow like one of the biggest days in the few years I've been covering the club, which is mad considering we went to Wembley a couple of times. But for different reasons, obviously. Just a huge day in the recent history, or in the history of the club. You know, local boy done better than good, done like, you know, brilliant international career, major championships, top flight football, all the honours. Shrewsbury Town fan, to see Dave Edwards back at the club and being able to cover that, you know, is going to be brilliant. The feel good factor of the whole thing is immense, really. I mean, you can feel it. It sounds stupid, but you can feel it around the office. Yeah, I'm sure you can feel it in the town. Certainly online, social media, it's massive. Fans have gone wild. Obviously, you know, it's been bubbling under for a while, hasn't it? We've been asking Sam Ricketts about it, his former teammate and so on, and he's been playing it down. But, you know, when it started to break today, wow, what a reaction. And, you know, it's going to be so brilliant when we see him pull the shirt on and make his debut again. And it means so much to town fans of all generations, I would say. Certainly, you know, my generation, our generation, older, you know, younger people that haven't got to see him. It's going to be great, and yeah, look forward to it. And
it's been a difficult start, difficult season so far for Shrewsbury. Is it the type of lift that the club needed?
Yeah, well, you're right. Like on the pitch, you know, they're in 16th, which is not as high as they wanted to be this term. And you know, I'm just writing about it now. Actually, trying to put the fairy tale and the sort of romance and the emotion side away from it. It's just a brilliant signing on the football pitch. You know, he hasn't played this season because of a medial knee ligament damage, but he's overcome that. He's played under 23 games. He's got working his way towards match sharpness. Yes, he hasn't played in the Championship, but you know, difficult time at Reading, change of manager, disillusion, all of that. It just feels right. He's going to have all those traits and knacks and habits that he had when he was so successful with Wales and particularly Wolves. You know, the goal scoring. I remember one season towards the back end of his Wolves career, he was netting like nobody's business in the Championship. You know, not only a couple of summers ago he reached the semi-finals of a European Championship. It's amazing, really, the stature of the signing. You know, at the very least, he should be playing at the top of League One. And if he stays fit, which you know you would back him to, he's only had this one major injury, and I hear that he's ready to go, recovering from that. If he can play regularly, then he should be striding through the midfield, leading town on that box-to-box fashion that he does, and getting goals. Yeah, brilliant. I really look forward to obviously seeing him tomorrow when we do press and seeing what lies ahead.
You know, it's already been well received on the terraces and social media, but in a footballing sense, does he fit into the Shrewsbury style at the moment?
Ironically, the squad is stacked full of centre midfielders. You know, which is sod's law, I suppose, isn't it? They've got great options there. Doherty's, Norburns, Grants, Josh Laurent. He fits in there, of course. He comes right into the pecking order to start. You know, whatever system Sam Ricketts uses, you know, obviously his former Wolves colleague and Wales colleague Sam Ricketts knows him better than most, if not all of us. So he'll know how to play him. He'll know how to get the best out of him. He'll have an idea, of course. Yeah, I'm sure when Sam Ricketts came here just over a month ago, he had in his head this one lined up. And it's all falling into place. You know, talk about where he's going to play, but what about Dave Edwards? Sorry, he's come out of a contract at Reading where he's earning good money and didn't finish until the summer to come here. You know, I'm sure he'd have played it for nothing, but he's, you know, by all accounts, I think it's pretty widely known that he's took a big pay cut, you know, to come to play for the club he loves, which is such a great story. I can't wait to see him in the heart of the midfield, sort of bursting into the box, scoring goals like he used to, like he has his whole career, really.
In terms of the deal, 2.5-year deal,
yeah.
He's 32 at the moment. Is there any other details we know about that?
Well,
that deal?
He's actually 33 next month. But, you know, you hope when you see him on the pitch that you know, age is just a number there. He's had that engine his whole career, and it's a major factor in his sort of game, isn't it? And, yeah, 2.5-year deal takes him to, I can't really do the maths off the top of my head, what is it, 32 now, 34, 35, the summer of 2021. So it's a long old contract, and obviously, to me, it gives the impression, and I'm sure to most, that he's going to finish his career here. That was the idea. That's what he said in interviews, in his book, you know, that he wants to finish here while he still can, and he's certainly going to be able to do that over the next couple of years. Beyond that, I mean, all sorts of rumours, haven't there been, that Sam Ricketts didn't appoint an assistant manager for one. Now, there's no indication or signs that he's going to step into this player assistant void. We'll find out tomorrow when we meet him at a special press conference at the training ground, so we'll know more then. But I don't get any vibe that that's the case. It could be. Now, obviously, later on into that 2.5-year deal, he's going to start taking up coaching. You know, he's going to be an experienced head, isn't he, and talk young players through it. And I'm sure when the football finishes for him, work his way onto the coaching side of things. And, you know, who knows beyond that? You know, at the top of Shrewsbury Town, it's where he wants to be, isn't it? It's where the area he wants to be, the club he wants to be. So, just fantastic all round. And bring on, maybe not Vale tomorrow night. You know, I'm sure he can play. It's a bit of a low-key debut, second debut, isn't it? Vale Park in a checker trade in front of 1,500. But bring on the Meadow on Saturday against Charlton, because that's going to be some occasion.
That was going to be my final. The next point, you know, is there going to be an influx of people buying tickets for tomorrow night to see a second?
Well, I don't know about tomorrow. You know, Town fans love a trip to Burslem to see Town at Vale. So, yeah, there are only going to be 100 or so Town fans, as you'd have thought. But yeah, a few more come. I think certainly, you know, if it's a chance to see Dave. Obviously, we'll find out daytime tomorrow if he's going to be involved, and then hopefully a few more come along. But Saturday's the big one, isn't it? I mean, the trip of Charlton, the visit of Charlton. Sorry. Big club as it is in League One, doing fairly well. Town have got a good home record, but you know, you'd have expected a decent Town attendance for Shrewsbury Charlton as it is. But for this now, I mean, this is going to push it. It's going to be huge now. The attendance is going to be right up there with league crowds we've seen this season. Probably push the Stoke attendance at the FA Cup the other day. It's such an occasion. Town fans, young and old, want to get into to see this. The man behind me, you know, Roland Wycherley, the chairman, and Chief Exec Brian Caldwell did great work to get him in. Real move to boost not just the club, the town, the area, the people, the boost that the club needed, actually, and not the start of the season that wanted. This is a fantastic move that will hopefully see the club reap the rewards over the next few months.
And there you have it. There's all the reaction to the Dave Edwards signing. If you need any more information on it, you go to shropshirestart.co.uk or pick up a copy of tomorrow's newspaper.